Hi everybody there, let us today understand what a noun is. If I define noun, any name is a noun. Take any name that is noun. This marker is a noun, this board is noun, my sound is noun. Anything you think, any name that is noun, naming boards are noun. Noun are basically categorized into two categories. One is concrete noun and the second is abstract noun. Concrete, which are solid nouns like common noun, proper noun, material noun, collective noun, and abstract is only one abstract noun. So any name is noun, and noun are divided into largely into two parts. Let us understand what these nouns are and what is this. I will cover today's video in two phases. Phase 1, that will be the very simple part for the kids, they can understand, and in phase 2, that will be rather more complicated to understand what are the complications of noun. This is phase, I should say, first. Let us have the side by side comparison of common noun and proper noun. Common noun is basically the name of a class, or we can say it is generic, and proper noun is basically a specific name, or we can say this is the brand name. If we see common noun, car, it could be any car, but we see Santro, it's a brand name. So to easily understand complications, I will discuss. In a starting, we can say, if you want to know whether the noun is common or proper, if somebody says car, and if you want to know whether it's a common noun or proper noun, if you can ask which car. If you can classify cars, so that will be Santro. So if you can further classify, so this becomes a common noun. If you can say boy, so which boy, it is Ravi, Sohan, Salman, anybody. So a common noun is the name of a class, while the proper noun is the name of the brand. It is very specific name, it is the class name. If you can say city, it could be any city, but Amroha is a specific city, it's a brand name of a city. So common noun is the class name, while proper noun is the brand name. When you talk about collective noun, it is basically a group, a collection of something like army. Army is the collection of soldiers, so this is called collective noun. Class is the collection of the students. Jury is the collection of judges, so this is called collective noun. Verb may be singular or plural according to the situation. We will discuss in phase 2. So this is collective noun when we give a single name to a collection, to the group of the people, like class is the group of students, so we say this is collective noun. Material noun means any material, like wood, iron, plastic, even air is called material noun, and it is called common noun also. We will discuss later on because it has weight, it can be felt, so this is material noun. Here the controversies are many. Abstract noun is not what concrete noun is not. Abstract noun we cannot touch. These are the feelings. This is very different part, like happiness, it's a feeling, sadness, honesty, these are abstract things. These are not solid masses, like wood we can touch, iron we can touch, plastic we can touch, army we can see and touch, but the happiness is only the feeling, so these are abstract noun. When the complications starts, let us talk about phase 2. So the complication starts in knowing whether the noun proper noun, it is proper noun or common noun. So now let us understand how to identify whether the particular noun is a proper noun or common noun. Let us have the example. Suppose I write mango. So what is this, whether it's a proper noun or common noun? So the right way is that let us classify the word if it goes downwards or it goes upwards. So obviously mango is a fruit, and if it goes downwards, if I say fruit, so you can say, you say which fruit, so I can say mango. And if you ask which mango, then obviously subsequently it can be divided into different kind of mangoes are there, like langda and fajri, and many mangoes are there. So if you say fruit, so it can be divided which fruit, mango. If you say mango, which mango, so you can say langda, fajri, and many. So fruit is a common noun because it can subsequently be divided. When you ask mango, whether the mango is a common noun, or proper noun. So can it be divided? Yes. Mango, which mango? So it is also a common noun. The moment you say it comes to the brand, now see, this is brand, so this becomes proper noun. So but one more problems can come. You can say that it still can be divided. Like if you say this is the brand name Langda, you can say Lucknowi Langda, and you say that Lucknowi Fajri. But in fact, when you write, that becomes the phrase, that becomes a group of words. But we have to stop to the single word the moment it becomes like group. If you say like suppose Bareilly Langda, and the logic you can give, I can divide it further into putting the name of a city, but you should understand this is a compound word and we have to stop right here. And this is basically noun phrase, this is not noun. Maybe sometimes it is used as compound noun, but it comes in the category of the phrase, so we have to stop here. If we can subsequently not divide, so this becomes proper noun. Till it can be divided, because it can be divided, so it's a common noun. It can be divided, is a common noun. Further, it cannot be divided into single word, then it becomes proper noun. I just mentioned a noun called ear. Let us see whether it's what kind of noun it is. In the category of common and proper, let us see, can we divide the ear? Obviously, like a wind is there, and breeze is there, and even the storm is there. So these are the kinds. So obviously it becomes common noun when I ask which air. So you can say moving air is called wind, and the storm, very hard moving air, is called storm, and the light moving air is called breeze. So this is obviously common noun. So but if we see that it contains weight and all that, so it comes in the category of material noun also. So this is common noun as well as material noun. So a noun can be common as well as material. Now what we are in second phase, we should understand that a noun should not be taught as a single word. Now it should be taught in a sentence, because it changes according to the situation. These are the complications, and up to first class I think that noun can be taught in the single word form, in pure form, but in upper more, when the child comes in second, then it should be taught the complications, and it should be taught in a sentence. And because any word of English does not make a complete sense or pure sense when it is not in a sentence. We can see that any noun can become any other noun in a sentence. So let us see how a proper noun used as a common noun. Like if we see Gandhi, it's a proper noun, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. But when we say that how it is used in a general context, it becomes like a class and it becomes like a common noun. See, he is the Gandhi of the class. Some boys doing non-violence, he is very honest, so we can say, see, he is the Gandhi of the class. So Gandhi becomes like a common noun in a larger sense, otherwise it's a proper noun. He is the Shakespeare of the, if the child is speaking Shakespearean language, so we can say he is the Shakespeare of the class. So Shakespeare is a proper noun, but it becomes like a common noun. How a common noun is used as a proper noun? When I say call mom, so mom is basically a common noun. When I say call mom, so I am calling my personal mom, so I am not calling the mom of any class, any mom I am not calling. So it gives the sense of the proper noun. Call mom, I am calling my mom, so in sense it is giving the sense of proper noun. When I say common noun as an abstract noun, when I say the child of me stopped me, the child is common noun. The child of me stopped me, it is something I am talking about, abstract thing. So there was a child in me, the feelings of the child in me, and that stopped me doing some wrong work. So this is basically common noun, but I am using as a feeling, inspiration, as an abstract noun. So in fact any noun can be used in place of any noun. So unless and until it is used in a sentence, we cannot clarify whether what kind of noun that is. So to remind in short what a noun is, any name is noun. Whatever name you remember, that is noun. Noun is largely categorized into two categories. One is concrete, that is solid noun, and abstract noun. Any noun can work like any other noun. So I said earlier that to very small kids teach in the one word form, but to a bigger child always teach the noun in sentences, because any noun can work like any other noun. Now let us see tip of the video. What I give you the tip of the video: don't have versus have no. If somebody asks you, can you give me your pen, or can you give me your car, or do you have change, and if somebody asks you to give something, you have two forms to reply, whether you say I don't have a pen or you say I have no pen. What answer will you give? The difference is that the moment you say I don't have a pen, so it does mean that you never had the pen, कभी आपके पास था ही नहीं. But the moment you say I have no pen, so that time it means that time you have no pen temporary. So always say I have no pen, I have no change, never say I don't have a pen. If somebody asks you to give something and you never had that thing, so you can say I don't have. If somebody asks you, can you give me a chopper, then you can say I don't have a chopper, but you cannot say I have no chopper, because that time you are not having. So always for a temporary situation use have, and for permanent situation use don't. Thank you.